Oh no, the pressure of thinking of intro line. Who knows? What was it last time? Hey Slags or something like that.
Usually something classy.
Something very classy.
Something really media friendly.
Yeah. Are we recording?
Yep.
Hello there, trash bags. Welcome to another episode of Bunny and the Beast. I am here with the matriarch herself, Bunny Galore. We are both fresh. Well, fresh is probably not the right term. Expired. Our sell-by date is long overdue right now. Not just Bunny's, but mine as well. It is Bunny Galore. Hello, my darling.
Hello, darling. Yes, we have returned to London from Manchester Pride over this last weekend.
Tour.
Yeah, and we saw each other. It was wonderful to see you in Manchester. I'm even more confused because I had a little bit of a road trip myself before that. I went to Glasgow for a friend's birthday and then hopped over to the Edinburgh Fringe to see Owen's show.
Who?
With, Owen Mallon.
Who?
I don't even have met him before. He's this Irish guy.
Oh,
Yay, hi. Big spouse to the microphone.
Oh, okay, yes. The angry little leprechaun.
He's gonna kill us. His show and Danny Bitt's show as well. So, and then I saw Danny again in Manchester. It was mad. But first of all, those watching on YouTube and probably have seen the trailer on the video is suddenly Beast has had a transformation. He's like midway through.
I'm wearing trousers.
Yes. Yes, you are. You're wearing trousers. I knew there was something
There's
weird.
something different.
No, he's literally fresh from the hairdressers because he's all shiny and new and blonde.
Yes, she's gone platinum.
Platinum, which
I
is-
like my hair like I like my credit cards.
Old. Yeah, you can't make any jokes about my age now because we're actually pretty much cosplaying as Bunny Galore right now. In civvies, yeah.
We literally are.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to the team at Salon 64 for sorting me out with my silver hair.
It looks spectacular. I'm so impressed because being in hair myself for many years, I know how hard it is to go from dark brunette to full bleach the first time. Because modern day stuff, I say equipment then, modern day stuff that they use is a little bit meh. They keep on going, oh, it's just like, it's fried hummus and it's just organic. And it's going to protect your hair. Fuck off. I want actual full-on 16 vol that's going to strip your hair off
Literally.
in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting this results.
In one
go.
In one sitting of 3 hours. Yeah.
I think it looks spectacular. I love it.
Thank you.
And I wish I'd kind of thought of it myself to kind of go the whole way, really, because
The whole silver fox thing. Well, the thing is, I heard there was an opening at ITV for this morning, so I thought I might as well dye my hair silver and hope for the best. I'm trying to be presenter. I might as well try and look like the young Philip Schofield without the problematicness.
Let's guess what part of the podcast is going to get cut this week.
Oh no, that's staying.
Anyway,
There's
moving
our
on.
episode title, Philip Schofield.
Wow. No, seriously, it looks fantastic. I really love it. I really, really love it. I wasn't really, when you first said about going blonde, I was like, oh, is it lockdown one again? What's happening?
Are you being basic?
Are you being basic? Yes, you are. of
What
course.
existential-
Yeah. It'd be drag next and then trying to audition for Drag Race.
I'll just have been dragged one time and be like, I'll get on the show.
Exactly. And look at me. Well, you did the other day. She looked very pretty.
No, she didn't. I dressed up in, well, really bad drag for my best friend's hen do, where we had to come dressed as the bride. The bride is my best friend Hannah, who is a beautiful redhead. So I came dressed as her at GCSE drama with a red wig. Looked like little orphan Manny.
Yes.
I called her Miranda Slobs.
Yes, it was. Yes, very Miranda Sex and the City.
But
wasn't it?
I will die on this hill, right? Mm-hmm. You're about to
Go on.
beat the shit out of me. Okay.
Drag's not that hard. It's fun.
No, I wouldn't say no. No, it looked like a lot. I could barely put on lipstick.
It is
Not
a
an
lot.
innuendo. I know how to do that.
No, it is hard.
It's hard, but also I think pad the right way, shave the face, block the brows, get someone to actually paint me full beat, have a bigger wig. She could be pretty. There's a lot of ifs in that. But
Actually, controversially, I agree. I hadn't really paid attention to your face structure as such because, you know, you kind of always have stubble and things. And it's like, and then seeing you in even silly silly party drag, I realised actually your features are a lot softer than I realised. Which you and your nose is really petite comparatively.
Do you think? I think
Yeah,
it's
comparatively.
big.
I swear mine's getting bigger as well. Every time I go onto, I'm like, what's happening?
You just keep lying. That's why.
Exactly about my-
Pinocchio.
Yes, if BBC Three ask, I'm actually 35. So it's, yeah, I think it could work. But
Guys, gals, you heard it here.
Yeah, I know.
She's the theys, the gays. You heard it here first. Bunny Galore said, I could be a pretty drag queen.
I didn't say pretty, but
Drop dead gorgeous.
passable, I think. No, I think you could.
You know what? I'd take that.
I know. I think it would work. It's finding. I always tell anybody who's starting drag for the first time the hard bit is to paint your face. I think we talked to James Mack about this, didn't we? It's not painting like what you've learnt on YouTube on your face as a mask, because
Yeah.
that won't look like you. You've got to find the version of that makeup that looks like you.
Yes,
That
you
makes
still
any
got to
sense?
use your face. Your
Yeah.
face is the canvas.
and personality and character. It's got to come out.
I'm fucked. Don't you say personality?
That's true. So
I've had it.
So blonde, tick, drag, potentially tick, and
Drag race, tick.
drag race. Yeah, probably. You'll get on before me at this rate.
I'll keep your legacy alive.
That's.
If I was in the Galore family, what would you call me?
Muppet.
Muppet Galore. Well, I did look a bit like a pig in a wig, so I could be Miss Piggy Galore. Piggy Galore.
Piggy galore. There we go.
Dick Piggy Galore.
Yeah. And talking about your weekend in Manchester.
Saw.
So yeah. So yes, I had a fantastic time in Glasgow. How does it say the drag scene and the cabaret scene as well. I saw this amazing singer there, and also just the gay scene in general in Glasgow is amazing.
Is it?
I knew it. I have vague memories. I've not been for 20 years, literally for decades.
Yeah.
And it was so glorious to go out there. I had such a great time compared to actually going to out in Edinburgh. I wasn't so keen, but perhaps because it was during the festival, it perhaps wasn't a proper gay scene. As such.
Edinburgh gay scene is shit.
Well, there we go.
Sorry, Edinburgh.
yeah.
Sorry
I've
to
not-
our listeners in Edinburgh.
yeah.
But when I did the Edinburgh Fringe last year, there's one bar.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I was like, me and
Weird, isn't it?
Adam Hannigan went flyering because in Edinburgh, when you do a show, you flyer. So you have to promote the show yourself and basically do all the legwork. So I wore short shorts and a crop top. One person came up to me and called me a faggot right in my face. And I was like, what did you just call me? Like,
Was it Adam?
yes, it was Adam.
That's shocking. That's hideous, though.
Right? It's like the first proper time I've been hate crimed. Sometimes now when it happens, I think they're wolf whistling.
Yeah.
But I'm not-
Yeah. It's the compliment. They whistled at me.
Literally.
Who, me? Toss.
If I toss, my hair might break. Who knows?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it for the next 24 hours.
But we were like, okay, well, he was like, I'll take you flying around in your skimpy outfit and see if you can attract some people to come watch our show. There's no gay street. It's just
No.
a corner,
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
which is where Adam usually stands.
Yes. Or it's gay when he arrives.
No, it's infected when he arrives.
So we're talking about the gay scene of Glasgow and Edinburgh, and then going to Manchester. I've been quite a few times now. I've been with Gok, obviously, when he's been DJing. So I normally just tend to go for that gig, and we're backstage. So my experience of Manchester is a little bit, skewed. And I've been with Sally Lindsay and everybody, and we back to where she lives in Manchester, and we've kind of had a bit more of a family friends type of vibe.
Yeah.
I've realised. I think I've been once to Canal Street on the Sunday night.
Okay.
Took Sam Todd to show him because he'd never been to Manchester. I've never done it on a Friday and Saturday night before. Oh, and let alone the Sunday as well. Oh my God. It was, the openings, that scene of the church in 28 Days Later, where they chase him under the Thames.
Yeah.
Or the tank scene in Walking Dead at the beginning of episode 1. Oh my gosh, it was terrifying and quite intimidating, I have to say.
I was going to liken it to a Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince when Harry gets water out of the lake and it reaches out for him and all his bodies come reaching up.
Yes, that. So I was with Aidan by that point, just me and Aidan. We'd arrived on because of the train strikes, we'd arrived a day early. Thinking, what's this little mooch down?
It started on Wednesday.
Did it?
It officially started, maybe the pre-Pride celebration started on Wednesday because you had Claire Richards performing. Oh wait, Claire Richards from Steps, so that's who's her full title.
Right. Yes.
Performing on the Wednesday at Via, and then something was probably happening Thursday, and then I arrived on the Friday.
You arrived on the Friday. So I think we went to pick up our passes, and I saw that you were in already Tipsy Baked Potatoes down Canal Street on a Friday night, which was about 7 o'clock, I think, at that point.
Yeah. Yes. Well, me, Ranj, and Tom were walking down Canal Street at 4:30, and we were like, should not these people be at work?
I know that.
Should they not be working right now because I'm on holiday?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing, isn't it? It was like thousands of people, but by the time we got our passes and found you. So that was pre-arranged. What I'm trying to get at is that was pre-arranged. What I wasn't expecting then the 7,000 other friends that myself or Aidan knew.
Yeah.
We weren't really expecting that bit.
Yeah.
Because we thought we're going to see James and Ranj. That'd be nice. And you were with David Ames, who's now obviously based in Manchester.
Bumped into David. Wasn't with David Ames.
Oh right.
You just said him. We left V and he was sitting in the doorway and I probably jumped on him and be like, oh my God, it's David Ames.
And that's literally when we just arrived. So that was lovely. I went, what a treat to see friends in Manchester. And then another 700 people turned up. So it felt like a mixture of Glasgow, Aidan's from Glasgow, and Soho for me, mixed together. But around us was that scene from the Deathly Hallows, whatever you were saying. It was just like, I've never.
If we can quote Harry Potter anymore,
I know. I'm
not sure if we can.
That's why I went for Walking Dead. It's also, I think, The
Hawking Dead.
Yes. People were a little, how can I put this? They probably weren't on aspirins. They might have been on other things that you would take.
Rhymes with schmetamin.
Well done. Well done for creating a word there.
I did that in a family game once. We were playing at Christmas. We had to describe a person, and the person was, I didn't know who it was. It said Ed Miliband on the paper, and I was like, I don't know who that is. I would have been like 13 at the time. It was like, rhymes with Med Gilliband.
Oh, gosh. It's a politician.
I'm blonde now, so it's okay.
It's okay, yes.
I'm having so much fun.
It's about 45 minutes since he's been blonde. You can hear, if you listen really closely, listeners, you can hear the brain cells trickling away over the sound waves.
That would imply that I had some to begin with.
I didn't say how many. Or 14. Clang, clang. There's 13 rolling down the street in Vauxhall.
Don't let go, Jack. Don't let go.
They've gone. So that was Friday night. And
okay, so I've only been to Manchester a handful of times, and I love Manchester. My first time was when I went and I performed there. I did West Side Story there, and I loved it. I love the atmosphere. I love the vibe. It's the only place in the UK that I would live that's not London. It's the only place.
A friend's really keeps on trying to get me to move there. I do like the idea of it. I'm not quite sure what I'd do though there, but unless you were going for a regular thing. Gig, if I was like, a regular gig or a long running soap like David has, I can understand that. I'm just not. I don't think I could do it just because.
But it was my first ever time at Manchester Pride.
Oh right.
So.
This time?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was, wasn't it?
First time ever. So
wowzers, and to do all 3 days as well.
Yeah. Well, I did. I went home on the Monday, but I have been invited to go before. I was invited by my ex-boyfriend to go.
Right.
So because his birthday was always around that sort of week, that bank holiday weekend sort of thing, and I think it was the year we broke up. It would have been the year we broke up, or the year before. He was like, "I'm going to go to Manchester Pride for my birthday with XYZ based person," and he was like, "And I invite you to come with your own group of friends."
Oh, well, that sounds. I mean, how did you resist?
I know, right?
How did you resist that?
I was like, oh
thank you. That's the
thank you so much for not inviting me to your birthday weekend in Manchester.
I invite you as long as you bring your own friends with you. So, in other words, you can go off and pool probably.
Well, probably did.
Yeah.
But
wowzers.
Though it was my first time going, and Oh my day. It's like a festival in a city.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's more than I realised. I think because the last couple of years, obviously the pandemic's in the middle of this, but before the pandemic and after it, they'd moved the main stage and everything out of town. Actually, we weren't there last year. I tell a lie. I don't know what happened in 22 because we weren't there. But so it kind of even more festivally. It was kind of away from the... And I enjoy it. Where the main, but now they had 3 stages rather than just one, the big main stage where the...
Yes. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the main stage, and then the stage got performed at, which was, I think that night, Saturday night was the Asian stage.
Yes, it was. It was
dedicated to
takeover. Yes.
Yeah, dedicated to people of South Asian cultures, and
that was lovely. That was really cool, actually. I thought.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that on Sunday because we ended up back there because we were being.
So did I.
Well, Harriet was there. Harriet Thorpe was doing stuff on the main stage. Sorry, emceeing, announcing people on the main stage. In Arring, not main stage, sorry, on the Alling touring stage.
Yes,
in the park. But we were in the main stage trying to find. Have you seen Harriet Thorpe? Have you seen Harriet Thorpe to like anybody backstage? And they were staring at us blankly, going, "Well, that's the lady from EastEnders. What are you talking about?" And then we slowly realised, of course, it's going to be not the stage we're actually at.
Yeah. To me, I'll just go, that one from Ab Fab.
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
how I know her as.
Well, the power, the difference of her doing EastEnders for the last 6 months is quite
crazy,
quite huge,
staggering, isn't it? But the Alan Turing stage. So Rand and I went to go watch the South Asian stuff before GOT.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh, it was so good.
Right.
I was obsessed.
Oh, amazing.
Like the music, the dancing was fantastic. That entire square was like a swamp.
Yeah, that's in trouble.
We were in white trainers, and we were basically squelching around like, oh, my sticky shoes, my sticky shoes.
Not unusual, obviously, for the Beast, but this time,
usually the stick comes from something else.
Yeah, but this time it was mud,
and that's where we saw you backstage.
Exactly. Is it at that time? I think I'd had to go. So Friday night, because we bumped into David Ames, myself and Aidan were out with David, so it suddenly escalated quite quick, as it always does.
Well, it's David Ames, of course it does.
Escalates a lot.
Love you dearly.
Love you, yes, love you, David. So on Saturday, we did go out and they saw some of the parade, but I did go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go back to the hotel for a few hours because I'm 52, not 22.
Yeah.
And I just don't think I'm going to last. If we carry on drinking all day, and this is, remember, about the 4th or 5th day of being away from home and living in hotels and being out seeing various different friends. I thought, and I'm glad I didn't have a lie down. I just went, just go back to the hotel and just chill, just relax rather than being on your feet all day and kind of like, because it's so aerobic.
It's a lot of steps.
And I don't know about you, as soon as the Pride starts, I have no idea where I am in Manchester anymore because the streets are cordoned off. There's just people everywhere, and it's like even trying to get around the village is kind of like, what? Yeah, they've cordoned things off. I don't understand where I am, and every street looks the same now.
Well, because I didn't know the village, I was just walking around in a circle. I was like, what the hell is going on?
No, I don't either, really. I kind of know vaguely where I am.
Yeah.
But not this weekend.
Yeah.
Always on the wrong street.
The parade was lovely. For what I saw, the parade, because I was with some of Ranj's friends, because he had to go off and do BBC things, which was beautiful. So we're like, let's just find a street corner and, what else is new?
Yeah.
So when they walked past, we're like, okay, drink time.
Yeah.
But someone you adore blew me kisses across the street.
Oh.
Someone you love.
I love.
Russell T Davies.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I only just found out he was in the parade today, funny enough.
Oh,
which was on one of the charity ones.
Yes, he was doing the HIV and PrEP charity. Because we speak quite a bit on social media, so he literally saw me across the way, and he waved and blew kisses, and I sent him a message yesterday, being like, really nice to see you. He was like, oh my darling boy, so nice to see you finally, even though it was across
behind security, basically.
High security, yes.
Behind a line of security guards. As you should be, as all time.
I actually be restrained.
Yeah, you should be. Yes, you should be.
But it was the most clothed Pride I've ever done. I feel very proud of myself.
I think because the reason I went back to the hotel as well was because I got rained on for the second time that day, that in 24 hours.
Yeah.
That biblical storm. So it's weird to know I should know better. Manchester does rain a lot, but we've always been very lucky with the Prides. We've never got rained on. This weekend, at least twice, I got absolutely drenched.
Oh, I got a little dribbled on. That's not what you think it is. That's not.
I can't. I just can't. I can't work. I'm sorry. Cannot work with this.
Producer, I'm done. But by the time it was biblical, I was downstairs in the Eagle waiting for Sandra.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So Sandra, we got to the Eagle.
Didn't know she was in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was everywhere.
she's good.
She was fantastic as always.
Yeah,
but she was all ready to go, realised, I've not got my eyelashes.
Oh, no.
She didn't put her eyelashes, her full face of makeup done, her wig, snatched everything. She was ready to go. Didn't put her eyelashes on. So she was like, I'm going to run back to the hotel, put my trainers on and run back to the hotel to somewhere to get some eyelashes. By the time she left, she got caught in that storm.
Oh, no.
That wig was wet.
I'm not surprised. Yeah,
It was
really
drenched.
Bless her. That's a nightmare. Oh, my goodness.
And then the Sunday was so rainy in the beginning. And I was like, this weather is kind of giving Straight Lives Matter.
Our one straight listener's now switched off.
Any straight people that listen to us are honorary gays.
Yeah, exactly. They are. Yeah.
They are.
Honorary glittery people.
Exactly. Shiny things.
Shiny things.
Squirrel.
And Sunday was great fun. So Got's gig went really well on the Saturday night, but he decided to drop a impromptu set after when we were on our way to see Harriet at a bar called, is it Co-Bar?
Don't know.
I've forgotten the name. Awful. So sorry.
It was that memorable.
well, it was that quick that I wasn't really paying attention to where I was.
Played one track, press play on Spotify, and done.
We were kind of suddenly in this bar and we were like that. They looked after us really well, so thank you. But it was very last minute and kind of like it just there, and it was great fun. But I had quite got it into my head that I'd never taken him down Canal Street before. That is not a euphemism for the Daily Mail to pick up on, by the way. But I've never attempted to try and take him into the gay village, and it was a lot.
Was it feral?
It was. Well, everyone is overjoyed to see him, so it's so lovely. But it means you can't go more than 2 steps before being stopped.
Yeah.
Another 2 steps and another 75 people will stop you. I think and he's so tall. So anyway, I think we kind of once, because it was quite busy, as you get into it, it was actually easier, and as long as you slightly head down and keep moving, you're kind of okay. But on the other hand, everyone was so loved to see him, but literally he must have taken about 700 photographs.
Yeah.
In the space of like, what is that like?
And only 500 of those were me.
Has he allowed you to be photographed with him yet? I'm surprised. What happened? Did you have to pay him? Was it a meet and greet?
No, I can't remember what happened. I think he was just in a very fun mood.
Oh, okay.
He was
very tired,
Yes,
very sort of.
His walls were down.
The only one serious thing I want to talk to you about is actually I found it very intimidating.
What have I done wrong?
Everything existing, basically.
Fair, I'll allow it.
No, it does apply to you slightly because you will understand this. I found it very intimidating, body confidence wise.
Really?
So on that Friday night, particularly, I think perhaps on the Saturday morning as well, I suddenly felt very kind of intimidated by everybody. And I don't know if it was just the number of people. It's just suddenly surrounded by very... silly, really, because there was all shapes and sizes and ages there.
Yeah.
But I think it's it's not like it's a mean gaze thing particularly, but suddenly there was a lot of very stunningly good-looking people there, muscly guys there, and I suddenly felt slightly invisible. I'm a sensible grown-up. I understand that those muscly muscly guys are complete, broken little puppy dogs. They're on coke probably because they want to be confident, and in about 5 years' time when they've reached 35, it's not going to be pretty.
I've got all that to look forward to.
Exactly.
Great.
Tick tick tick. What's the time now?
Let me get hit 30 first, and we'll see if I survive the rest.
So
that's
it's funny,
shame.
isn't it? It makes and then Aidan bumped into like every daddy that I think exists in Glasgow. So I was like, I feel suddenly like younger, and it shouldn't matter, but isn't that strange? I thought if I'm feeling this, and I'm probably at my most powerful at the moment, I think, life and career wise, if I'm feeling this, then it's like, what do other people feel like? Isn't that strange?
Yeah, I know.
It didn't
what you
last
mean.
very long, obviously, but I was a bit like, and the different.
But the thought came into your mind and the feeling swept over you enough for you to notice it.
That's exactly what it was. It was the feeling swept over me. It swept out really quickly as well. But I just at a point went, oh, I know who I'm going to talk to this about is you, because it's like obviously from the opposite side because you look like that. And that lovely guy Rossi that I met as well, who's a friend of Dave Ames, he looks absolutely mind blowing.
Oh yes,
but one of the most insightful, intelligent people I've met in years. Like really, and such a shock.
me.
No.
Oh.
No, darling, Rossi, not you.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
That you are many things. You are many things.
Careful.
Whore.
Disappointment.
Disappointment. Wasn't that Adam's line?
Yeah.
That's a point,
Dear,
man.
a female dear, Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a disappointment.
What does that make me? Jesus. Well,
Words can't describe.
the word is icon. That's the word that you use.
Sure. Whatever makes you sleep at night. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean about body confidence and all that stuff.
Exactly. Because you posted a photograph the other day of young Beast, which I could barely.
Did I?
Yeah, I could barely recognise you. I'm sure you posted it. Maybe you sent it to me privately. I've just brought this up on the podcast. Of like Teenage Beast.
Teenage Beast.
Was that to me or was that to the world? I can't remember.
It might have been both.
I think you did it. I'm pretty sure it's on the socials.
Yeah.
It was on the stories, on Instagram stories. Not
Oh,
on.
and I had my Shirley Carter hair.
Yes.
Straightened hair.
Yes. I'm now confused if it's not you now, but like, I'm sure it was you. It really didn't look like you though.
Yeah.
You weren't, you weren't skinny. You were
No,
a curvy girl.
She had her curves. She had her curves, and when she looks in the mirror, she still sees those curves a lot of the time.
Yes, I
see a
hadn't
lot of
realised,
that
which is
still. And I think right now, because I did a lot of work on myself and on my appearance, and then actually, whatever, who cares what you look like? Let's actually talk about who you are as a person, and if you value your morals and yourself as a person, know that you are put good in the world, then everything matters.
Yeah.
But like, so I've kind of like not been as focused on that recently. And maybe that's why it was my most clothed pride, because I was like, I don't feel like I need to, or not. It's not that I need to, but I actually don't want to get my top off.
It's
I
so
don't want
strange.
to.
I'm fascinated by that dichotomy that you have, that when you're not feeling confident, you put clothes on, and then when you feel, is that the right way around?
But yeah, but no, actually it'll be the other way around. It'll be, if I'm feeling unconfident, I'll take my clothes off.
Right.
Because that's an instant hit of validation, an instant hit on, I've done a lot of work.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But then but then what that does is that puts up the wall and the facade, when actually I'm like, I don't need
probably don't need that at that point.
Right now, I don't need to, and the thing is also, I don't want to, because the way that my life is going, like, I don't need my body to validate my existence. I do that myself by knowing that I am a kind, caring person, put that out in the world. And also, I would probably do it more if I was actually looking for that sort of validation of people wanting to have sex with me, or people want to go on dates with me, or this and the other, which I'm not in the market for. I'm not looking for it.
No.
So I'm like, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, that's what originally why I wanted to do the show with you, because I realised within about 5 seconds of meeting you that you, and I didn't know you from social media particularly. I'd met you once at a party, I think, in Brighton, Victoria Wood line, is that you're not what you present.
Yeah.
And you're a little puppy dog, and you're
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever, yeah.
Now I am.
Yeah,
Silver Retriever.
Silver Retriever, yeah. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about, because I thought, this is a perfect thing to talk to you about, because I thought, that's really weird.
And what was your favourite moment from Manchester Pride?
My favourite moment, I think my proudest moment was...
And if you don't say seeing me, I will whack you.
Actually, it was lovely, absolutely glorious seeing you. It was lovely being surrounded by friends, but I love that. There's a beautiful photograph of the pair of us, wasn't it, that we took
Backstage at Gox.
Backstage at Gox, yeah. That was really lovely. That was such a sweet moment. So yes, of course, that's my favourite moment, Beast.
She knows her lines finally.
I do.
Now, what was your genuine favourite?
That is one of the many. Spending time with all my friends was great. I think show wise, I think seeing Danny on the main stage looking absolutely incredible. Danny Beard. He was a megastar beforehand, and now he's absolutely, even more incredible than ever he was, and very happy. So that's very nice to see.
That's the most important thing, isn't it?
Yeah. What was your best moment from Master Pride?
Obviously seeing you. See, I know my lines. For me, it was just being thrown into the world of Manchester and getting to know I got introduced to so many different amazing people who were also kind and loving and accepting, just being like, oh, it's Jay. Like, just took me under their wing and took me into some of them literally, one of them literally into their homes. Because we had a brunch on the Sunday and was just so interested and took the time, and that meant a lot to me. And it was just wandering around in this city full of that's so queer focused and seeing loads of people that I either recognize on social media or that I've spoken to on social media, or then just bumping into random people I've not seen in years. The feeling of love and acceptance, and how there was literally every body shape, every colour, every race was there, all under the same thing. I find that just so special.
Oh yeah,
it really that like when queer people get together, it just, there's no feeling like
I
it.
don't think you ever forget your first Manchester Pride.
Yeah,
mine was the year of the bombings, and I decided to go up. He was doing his first gig there, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to come. And I will I'd never do Bunny Galore unless I'm kind of like for funsies, I just don't do it for like, I do it if it's for a gig or for filming, or it's for a reason. I don't do it just to kind of, and I thought, you know what, I don't care, this time I'm going to do it. I did look a bit insane because I had to get the outfit together in about a day. And I did the makeup in the car, which is why my eyebrows about halfway up my face. But yes,
eyebrows should be sisters, not twins.
Yeah, well, they're really
like
thick.
cousins.
They're thick, they're full on clown eyebrows, because I was just like in the car bouncing around. But
doing what?
They're just trying to do makeup. Try doing makeup in the car and get a clean line on your eyebrows. I just didn't care, because I thought if I can just make one person smile, or make someone laugh, or take a photograph with somebody, I don't care, it'd be worth it that year.
And that's my motto for life.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make someone smile, make someone laugh.
Yeah,
spread joy, not chlamydia. And on that note, well, actually, disclaimer, I've never had chlamydia, so I can't vouch.
Sure.
Adam, if you're going to be an object in the Beast Castle today, Bunny, what would you be and why?
Oh, definitely a bed, because I want to lie down for about 100 years. Although I'm off to Ibiza in 24 hours. So,
yes, you are.
So, so it should be very interesting to see what happens next week on Bunny and the Beast.
It will be very interesting. I think I'm going to be the queerly beloved Pride float, because I feel so full of queer joy and gay pride and love and acceptance. It just gave me a lot of energy to just get on with my shit as well now. Be like, you know what, do what you need to do. Don't be scared. Just be out there and be proud.
Amazing.
I hope you have a wonderful time at your Ibiza trip, your car park with a strobe light.
I made that joke and everybody's been repeating it since.
Sometimes you have good lines.
I have sometimes, yeah.
And then we shall see what state Bunny Galore is in next week on Bunny and the Beast. See you next week.